Sure. Ed's correct. We just did get married about a month and a half ago. Our receiving line wasn't that long. Thank you, everybody. Something important I should mention. Ed's teasing. It's just because I can't get a hold of him to tell him these things all the time. He's busy doing things for London, but there are three things that I always felt that I shared with Ed, and I shared with a few other people in the room. One of them was family, friends, and community. And that's what that guy always stood for. And that's probably why we've always had an affinity for one another. And that's one of the reasons that when I got the call to come to work with Habitat a few months ago on an interim basis, with the idea of helping with the agency changes, that's what motivated me to answer that call and to follow through with it and to do it. And so I was tickled to be asked. I got to tell you, the idea that you could come into an agency and be part of change is always needed. I think it's a wonderful thing to be a part of. And so it's just such an honor to be asked. And I've said that to the board many times, to our advisory council and so on. And to be up here today, to be doing this, is even more gratifying for me. There's a few things we talk about family and Ed has pointed out my lovely wife Denise is here, and my stepdaughter Danielle, but my own son and daughter came tonight. So this is so important to me. My own son and daughter came, and the only thing was that my son left classes at Ivy half an hour early.
Oh no, that's not good.
And June is here from Ivy, so she's probably taking notes. Anyways, that's okay. And then my son-in-law, B. Mark, is here too. And that's really neat that they came to support me and our agency in this quest that we're taking on. And then also my mom came, so I think that's pretty neat. So, thanks, Ed. Appreciate it. It did feel like a roast there for a second.
It was.
Anyways, one of the most important things that I need to recognize today, we're going to be brief, but I got to tell you, there's in business we always look at a few things. When we're trying to be successful in sort of business, we recognize the opportunities arise. You got to know what they are. You got to be able to recognize them. You got to be able to recognize timing. The timing is correct, and then following through with what you say you're going to do. I got a brave bunch of people that just were standing here behind me a few minutes ago. The last few years, they've been really making, as Connie talked about, the 10 and 10. It's a pretty aggressive change for this agency. We've been very successful. We built 24 homes in 16 years. But this board and this group realized that we can do more. And they took on a very brave thing, which I've been on a number of boards, and I've seen it lots of times. You come on a board, things are good, you just kind of leave them alone, and you go along. And you just ride it up. This board said, we can do better. We can do a lot of things differently. And they seized that chance to be able to do that, and they followed through. So they've done some pretty brave things over the last little while. We've made enormous changes. We've stuck our necks out, as you're going to hear about a little bit, in the sense that we want to do more in the city and serve our community better. And they've done that too. So as board members, they're pretty courageous, and I'd like to applaud my board and Connie. The leadership is phenomenal over the last several years that she's been involved, and over the last 6 months has sort of helping me steward the change. And I'd like to clap for the board. So, somewhere around here, we're going to run a little thing in a little while, and you're going to see a little bit about Habitat as you're being looking around after we're done. But I think the big notes that I want to make today, that we're committed to change. It's pretty obvious that that's going to be happening. We're committed to our strong vision. Habitat has a very united, very powerful vision and mission. And we're going to be seeking and developing a lot of new partnerships and opportunities in our community over the next little while. We've got friends here from the John Labatt, from the Convention Center, all over the community. People are here today. And they're the people that we're trying to work with in partnership opportunities. We're trying to transpose some of the business model that we would normally do, coming from private business, into the nonpartisan or the non-profit model. And we really want to take those kind of principles and make us better. So that's what we're going to be trying to do over the next year or so. We are committed wholeheartedly to the sustainability of this agency. And that means on the environmental front and the things that we're going to do, and it also means on the financial front. So what we do, how we build our houses, all that kind of stuff is all changing, and we're going to do it better. And we're going to make this agency, we like to say, the #1 agency in London. That's what's going to happen. And I'd also like to recognize a few members here from our advisory council. We've set up an advisory council in the last year to help us see the big picture outside of the revolving look that we do all the time. And I'd really like to appreciate that we recognize and appreciate the fact that they have been committed to helping us with some of this stuff. And I got to also recognize, while I'm up here, the fact that our friends from Ingersoll, we're doing a project in Ingersoll right now. It's the first one we've ever done outside of the boundaries of London. And working with the steering committee, tremendous leadership out there and commitment from that community. And Duncan and his crew are here from Ingersoll today to help us in our celebration. They're building their house. They started digging the hole this week, so they're going to be up hopefully by the end of the year. We'll have a house built and a family in there as well. So that's pretty exciting times for us. So in closing, I guess I'm going to bring, you going to come back up?
I am.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We really appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being on our little journey with us, and you'll hear lots more from us.
Congratulations. Face of Habitat gets a new hat from Habitat. So then, somewhere here, can you take that? I have greetings from Chris Bentley. Chris Bentley is the honorary chair of our Advisors Council, and he has sent greetings. Congratulations to Jeff Duncan on behalf of the Ontario Legislature. It gives me great pleasure to congratulate you on your appointment as the new Chief Executive Officer of Habitat for Humanity London. I'd like to thank you for taking on this important and challenging position. Your time and commitment of over 25 years of community service and involvement with both the private and volunteer sector is very much appreciated. I hope that you find this new experience both challenging and rewarding. Congratulations. Thank you again. Kindest personal regards, Chris Bentley, MPP London West.